Are we good? Hey. I'm not going to lie, that was better than his original choice, smoking in the boys' room. Although that is sort of applicable on occasion, right? Howdy. Man, oh man, oh man. How weird is it that we are sitting in the once great, free, sovereign, independent Republic of Texas and have to have a rally against censorship? I mean, you think it'd be kind of self-evident, right? I mean, literally, who here is in favor of censorship? Nobody, right? It's kind of like saying having a rally against kicking puppies, right? You're going to have a hard time finding people that are going around going, hey, you know what we need to do today? Let's go kick a puppy, right? But, you know, I can tell you, and Dave, I want to tell you how much I appreciate this opportunity to come speak, but I have one thing to clarify first. I did not bet Bob $50 on that beer. I told Bob, you know, maybe you ought not go on stage with a beer. And he said, don't censor me. Who do you think you are? That's just Bob trying to get $50 out of me. But let me do this, because I have literally, for the last 25 years of my life, gone around and asked this question. And I'm going to put it to you guys tonight. And I'm going to do it to make a point. Is that all right? Yep. Now, when I ask this question, it's not a rhetorical question. I really do want an answer. And I want you to answer it loud. Can you do that for me? Yes. What I want to know is this. Who in this room tonight is ready for TEXIT? Now, right then, I could have told you to shut up and they said, hey, censorship sucks, right? But I didn't, because that's the response I get everywhere. And let me tell you something, 25 years ago, almost, August 24th, 1996, yours truly made a pledge. He took an oath that he would see Texas as a free, independent, self-governing, sovereign nation, or he would die with the gravedigger patting him in the face with a shovel. And praise God Almighty, that day is almost upon us. And I will say this, and I say it with no hyperbole, no exaggeration whatsoever, that the people of Texas are speaking. And they're saying in one clear, loud voice that they simply want the right to govern themselves. Now we're here to talk about censorship, so I'm going to tell you something. 25 years ago, speaking your belief that Texas should be self-governing, it was a heresy. It was heresy. And there was no cohesive political advocacy organization that could do to work to make it happen. 2005, the Texas Nationalist movement was born. We were dedicated to the principle simply of giving the people of Texas the facts and information about our relationship with the federal government, and in addition, fighting to give all of you the right to vote based off of that information. And it was an uphill climb. Day one, all the third-party polling said that the level of support for Texas independence in Texas was only in single digits. Good news, everyone. We have always polled higher than the approval rating of the United States Congress. And let's be honest, their approval rating is always somewhere above or below that of syphilis. Okay? So they're not hard to beat, right? They're not difficult to beat. But I'm going to tell you something. We couldn't go to the mainstream media. Social media was not even really a twinkle in the eye. I mean, Tom was my friend on MySpace, right? But where could you go? So we took the message directly to the people because we understood what the Texas Constitution says. Article 1, Section 2, folks, in our state constitution right now says these words: all political power is inherent in the people. Now, I want you to notice something that it said. All political power is inherent in who? The people. Hey, man, that didn't sound very powerful. Let's do this. We're going to do a do-over. All political power is inherent in who? The people. And who are we? We're the people. Notice it didn't say all political power is inherent in the politicians or the pollsters or the pundits or the propagandists masquerading as journalists. All political power is inherent in us. And when we speak these truths, we were squashed. We were censored. Dave gave you some idea about what they did with the book TEXIT. Let me tell you, if you read it, it's chock full of facts and figures, reminding us of what this union was when the founders and the framers made it, and what our relationship is within that union, and what our rights as a state are within that union, and our inalienable right guaranteed by Article 1, Section 2 of the Texas Constitution, that also goes on to say that the people have at all times the inalienable right to alter, reform, or abolish our form of government in such manner as we may think expedient. That's preaching, folks. I'm pacing like a panther and sweating like a revival preacher. I don't think that's a bad thing, do you? But here's the bottom line. Because Dave put a 10-minute collar on me, but trust me, I could go on for a very long time about this. But I wrote a book. But not only that, we put it all out there. We took our case to the people. No matter what the opposition says, no matter how they try to squash us, no matter how they try to put tape over our mouths, no matter how many times they take to the media and say that all of you that just said you are ready for TEXIT, they say that you don't exist. Because for them, it's all about making sure that they are the ones that make the decisions for you. Folks, I could sit here and talk about how this is just a battle just to get Texas out of the union and become a self-governing independent nation again, but here's what I want you to understand. The fight that we have is much greater than that. We are fighting for nothing less than the heart and soul and mind of Western civilization. A Western civilization. It's a Western civilization that says that us as individuals should be free to think, to speak, and to act. And they don't like it. And you know what? They're going to get nasty when we speak up and say that. And you know what? One thing I know about Texans is the nastier they get, the more we love it. Bring it on. We're the same people that when a dictator decided to take a little bitty cannon, we hoisted a flag and said, come on, baby, come and take it. That's us. We are Texans. So I'll say this in conclusion. Right now, the T&M and all of us are fighting to give you a voice. You could have had a vote on Texas independence in November, but that was stopped by the political establishment in Austin, Texas. But boy, oh boy, we are about to pull the coup d'etat. You see people walking around in TEXIT shirts and you see people back there. We are a total of 80,000 signatures away from start to finish from forcing it on the primary ballot next year. We are going to give you the voice that they denied you. And folks, I'll leave you with this thought. I say it all the time. Think to yourself this question. If Texas was free, sovereign, independent, and self-governing right now in every respect of the word, we had control over our own immigration and border policies, we had our own passports and embassies, our own money, our own army, all of those things. And instead, this was a debate over whether or not we would join the Union. Let me ask you, would you vote to join the Union today? No. Well, if you wouldn't vote to join, then why in the world would you vote to stay? So folks, carry the message that they are squelching and censoring, and let's go win TEXIT.